All right, welcome back to another episode of Small Guys Podcast. Today we are doing M. Night Shyamalan's last movie before Knock at the Cabin. We're doing Old. Came out in 2021. Let's see. It's a tropical holiday turns into a horrific nightmare when a family visits a secluded beach that somehow causes them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. This movie's got a 50% critic score and a 53% audience score. It grossed in the U.S. 48 million, and it's PG-13 horror mystery thriller. Again, it's M. Night Shyamalan movie. Wrote, directed, produced, even appeared in and played the villain. Uh, what did you guys think?
I can
All
go
right.
up first, or you go ahead, Andrew.
All right. Yeah, no, I just
I want
watched
to hear
this.
what you're gonna say.
Okay. Yeah. I just finished this like 30 minutes ago. And it's this is definitely better than Knock at the Cabin, but this isn't. I'm gonna get right off the bat. I didn't think this was a great movie, but I really like the idea. Because it like made you
Yeah.
think the whole time. I was like, damn, like imagine like just watching yourself like aging real quick like that. Like you don't and when the girl at the one point's like, we didn't even get to have prom or anything like that. And I'm thinking like, damn, like you didn't get to have anything. Like if you get out of here, because I won't spoil the ending yet. We'll get that in a sec. But if you get out of here, you're gonna be like at 40, 50. Like you lost like some of the best years of your life.
But you could have been dead though.
You could be dead, yeah. But like for a science project, basically.
No, so I mean, I don't want to jump the gun too quick because we'll talk about the beginning and then we'll get to the end a little later. But I think that this is a great movie from M. Night Shyamalan just because it's original as hell. There's nothing like that you can
Yeah.
say is remotely similar to this, you know?
No,
And even watching it for a second time, like it makes it a little bit better, honestly. It's got good rewatchability.
yeah, I will say what Andrew said it best, I think. It's not a great movie, to be honest with you, but it definitely is a really good idea. And the concept of it is super unique and it's out of the ordinary, like you said. And
Yeah. But the one thing I do like, and I watched this when it originally came out, and then I just finished it literally a minute ago for the second time. And I remember watching it for the first time and like thinking like, dude, this movie's like kind of ass. And then once what completely changes your mind is the ending because you're watching, you're like,
Yeah.
what? And it's like, then you're on the fence because it's
It
like,
all makes sense at the
yeah,
end.
it makes sense, but then it puts you like, oh shit, are they doing the right thing or are they doing the wrong thing?
Yeah.
Which like we can like each go on our thoughts, like if you think it's right or wrong. But me personally, I could start off. I think that they obviously are doing the right thing. They're just not doing it the right way. They are like
Yes.
using it for a greater cause, like testing medicine in one day compared to a lifetime. And but the one thing that sucks is the casualties that come along with it. Like those kids should not be on the beach with it. If they're gonna do
that's
this, they need to have only sick people go to the beach and that's it. No kids. Like you just
And
ruin their
how about
lives.
like a volunteer program? Like, hey,
And
you're gonna
nah, I don't think anyone would volunteer for that because it's like, hey, you have 8
it'd be
hours to
like,
live. Like,
well, I know, but it
you can
okay.
get like a stipend for it, and like your kids could
yeah,
be set for the
possibly.
rest of your life or something like
Yeah,
that.
if especially if it's a medical company, or think like,
But
let's
you're
say you're like,
sacrificing yourself. You
okay,
can.
but let me give you an example. What if you're like, 60 already and you've got some terminal illness and it's like, hey, we're going to give you this cocktail. We're going to see
That's
what
no, that's
happens.
not how that'd work.
Yeah, because
They
then they'd
want,
be
they
dead in
want,
like hours.
yeah. Look at the girl with the epilepsy. They needed 16 years of evidence that she could go without having.
Yeah, I guess that's a good point.
That's the
They
whole
kinda
point. They
So if you're
can't have
80, you're
just
on
old
there for
people.
like 2 minutes and you're dead.
Yeah, they wouldn't get enough stuff out of it.
And I think the big point of it too is that the company that is doing it is greedy and they don't want to even give them those stipends or the compensation for being on the beach.
No,
They want
but
to they want to benefit from it.
but it's not even that. I mean, they're doing it for the greater cause, though. Like they said with that epilepsy medicine, that they're going to widespread it. They're going to mass produce it and put it out to everyone.
That's what
You
they
know,
think. That's what they think though. They're gonna how much money they're gonna get because of that though?
Yeah, and the
but
kids
it's
that
not
they had to
even.
kill along the way.
I guess that you
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
take
trial
it. You can
number
take it multiple ways,
73.
though. You can take it that way, or you can think
And
that
they
they're
weren't
doing it for
stopping,
good
by the
and
way.
they're not, because they don't mention money at all. They mention they do want
They're
to
a
help people.
Someone's
They're
gotta be
doing
sick.
it.
Why
pharmaceutical
else would they do
company.
that
Well,
though?
yeah,
Yeah.
but I mean, but it would make more sense if they said, hey, you know how much money we're gonna make off of this? Like they don't say that, so you can take that in consideration, but you don't know
They
that it's
don't
100%.
They don't
So
need to say that, I feel like.
no, it's just a given. So I'll say one part that like I didn't get though. You guys remember that notebook
Yeah.
on the beach?
Mhm.
And it was like the whole kind of like spiel of like what was going on within the beach, and like the people on the beach didn't know until like they kind of seen that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did the notebook come from? Like
You want
previous,
me to say it? So the notebook is when you know how everyone's shit like washed away and it washed up on shore.
I know I'm getting that it's from like previous people on the beach, but
Yeah.
like you don't think that they would clean that up or find that somehow?
No,
They're
because if
afraid
they
to go on
down
that
the
beach.
yeah, they can't go on it.
Oh, like a
'Cause
drone
they'll
or
die.
something? Or, you know
No,
what I
they
mean?
can't. I mean,
They
I
could
don't,
send a drone probably,
but
but
they don't. They obviously they do it from a distance. That's why they got all those cameras and
yeah, Mike, I don't think they really
telescopes.
know to the extent what's down there. I think they know it's like Barbie dolls and like
Okay, well,
rusted.
even tell me this then. How did the
Mm.
person that wrote that know exactly what's going on? Like,
Well,
I
they're
no,
all
he only
picking up
wrote
at it
down.
at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you learn from past experience, but that guy was writing down people that he was with. It's not random people that he never met.
Yeah.
So
I
that's why,
I
like,
know.
it's like
I'm
a
just
record book. But
I'm
the
just picking
craziest
I'm
shit,
picking it apart basically is what I'm
yeah.
saying.
But then another
I think it's a
bad
good
part
point, Mike.
is like, yeah, they're doing the right thing, but they're doing it the worst way possible that you can like do this plan. Because
Yeah.
you got to think they're wiping them off like they disappeared. They're going into their home computers,
Yeah, they're like,
wiping everything
everything's
like they're
gone.
just disappearing. And
And
that's
you
why
want
the
and you want to
cop part
back
is
them,
great.
Aiden. You want to back them while they're doing it for the greater good.
I'm not
But
backing
make
them.
sure but make sure you have your passports in your safe in your hotel so we can
Yeah.
get it and burn it and
But that's
and
I'm
just
saying
erase
they're
you from
doing
existence.
they're doing the right thing, but in the wrong way. That's the main part of this.
So yeah,
They're
so
going they're testing medicines in
I
a
want to
matter of
add
days.
something onto the end that was kind of cool, and it's kind of when you realize like, oh, that's going to be the two kids there. Someone tell me their names right now so I don't look like an
Trent
idiot.
and Maddox.
Maddox and Trent.
Yes.
Okay.
Idlib.
When Maddox and Trent show up there and they bump into the drinks right there at the end, I liked that because that shows you too that those were the cocktails that had like the medicine makeup of whatever they were taking. I liked
Yep.
that.
What did you guys
I
think
like-
of the acting?
Wasn't
So
bad.
so let me add something onto
Hit or
that,
miss?
Josh.
Good.
I don't know if so the acting was not great, but I don't know if that was part of the maybe I'm thinking too deep.
It
Maybe
is
I'm-
I
part
want
of
to
the
hear your
movie.
thoughts.
It's part of the movie, and it's
It
because
is.
they're confused because they're
Mhm.
aging.
I think
Yeah.
so the one guy that I don't like is the damn, what's his name?
Alex Wolf, the guy that plays Trent.
No, I like him, but you got to think
He's in
like when you're
Hereditary.
older, like that's why they
I know.
act so
I
weird because
remembered him from that.
they're
And
literally
honestly,
kids
he was
hours
so
ago,
annoying.
and that's why they're adults and they're kids in adult bodies. So that's why the acting is off because one, they don't understand what's going on.
What's
Yeah.
going
And two,
on?
like he's a grown ass man, but he's 7, 6, however old he is.
Motherfucker had a kid.
That's why they literally build the sandcastle before they go and swim. You know,
Well-
like they don't do it just because they want to. They're kids. They don't know.
I like if you look up the cast for this, and it's like if you look at them, it says like so Maddox young, Maddox middle age, because
Yeah.
obviously they had
Yeah.
to swap out actors.
Well, yeah, and the Maddox like middle-aged girl, she was in Jojo Rabbit, and like Guy was in
I knew
Werewolf
I'd
by
seen
Night,
her
which we
before.
recently just did, and
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't know
they're
where Anya Taylor-Joy played because I don't remember seeing her.
she's in this movie.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
in the credits.
Oh,
No, it's
not a
bullshit.
producer?
Because no, because Bruce Willis isn't here.
oh, okay.
On
That was
Google?
Bruce
You're looking at
Willis'
Glass
fault,
or something. Then I
Yeah,
don't
you're
know.
looking at something
yeah.
stupid.
No. But
No, he's
my
right,
one
it is
thing
on
was
there.
Jaren. Jaren's character, like he was he didn't have any health issues, but he was just there. He was like collateral damage. But like his
Because of his
acting was-
wife.
Yeah. But he like his acting was kind of ass, but he was confused as well.
No,
I kind of like. I like
I'll
this
be
character.
honest. I think all the acting was ass.
Mhm.
So,
But
Josh, I
when they
think
get
that
to
was
the
part-
hotel-
I think that was
No, no,
part
no,
of
no,
it,
no, no,
though.
no.
It
It's
was
not.
part. 100% is part.
Dude, when they get to the resort at the beginning, it's ass. The whole thing's ass. The whole acting, I like the actors. I think the acting was kind of ass. And did you notice the amount of ADR in that movie? Where he was adding audio from what characters were saying, like, well after the movie was shot and edited. You can tell.
What do you mean?
Really?
Just when they're not on
I
screen?
watched
they're
it
not
on
even
an
on
iPad.
screen, and you hear like the guy that plays Guy screaming at
then-
something, which you could tell was recorded after the fact.
Yeah, but
Like,
then again, remember when we saw Knock at the Cabin and many shots were just the door and there was talking between the two sides.
No, I know, and ADR obviously isn't the actor's fault. That's M. Night Shyamalan changing his mind, which I'm sure he did in Knock at the Cabin. I don't think Old is as bad as Knock in the Cabin, but I don't think it's that good, if I'm being honest. It's
You
slightly
think it's
better.
as good as Knock in the Cabin?
I think it's slightly better, slightly.
That's
I don't
that's
think it's
tough.
that good, honestly.
No.
This is a good ass
I'm
movie.
gonna give it.
I think
more
it's
credit.
Knock in
pretty-
the Cabin.
Here's the thing, though. Here's why
It's
I
original.
recommended this movie. I think there's a lot to talk about it. I think the story is interesting, but I just think the characters, I think the acting, I think the directing in this movie all kind of sucks. If I'm being honest, the
Had to be
music's
cheap
not that
to
good.
make.
Well, so they shot it during the height of
Yeah, literally.
COVID.
Yeah,
Oh,
it was
okay.
one of the first movies to come out during
Yes.
COVID.
Yeah,
They opened the theater up to.
I actually, yeah. So I watched it for the first time on a plane,
Hmm.
leaving a resort.
Made
And
you think a little bit.
yeah, it made me think a little bit. Well,
Check your
honestly,
pants.
I liked it. I did like it
Figure
more
out-
the. I liked it more the first time around than the second time around. I think watching it again, I don't know. I think it
See,
was even
I'm
worse.
opposite. I liked it better the second time because, like I said, when I watched it the first time, I was like, "Wow, this movie's ass." Like the acting's bad. I didn't like any of that. But then I realized watching it the second time, like, all right, it makes sense. But
Yeah, I think that's part
especially the
of it.
twist. The twist is great though.
Andrew, you could say
And
it's
that's
part of
like-
it, but like it's not. Like I'm telling you, when they get there to the resort, the main family
Well, that's
acting
different.
is ass.
Well, they're not
I
good
can
actors
tell
at
you-
all.
I
Even
can
when they're on
tell
the
you,
beach, they're
it's
like,
not part of it.
no. And that's
Now-
why they
now,
left
yeah,
it with.
Now, yes, when they're talking to the kids about, oh, you can't be 11, you look like, or you can't be 6, you look like you're 11, and they're not showing their faces. Yes, that is meant to be the point of the point. But when the characters are ass and the acting is ass, that's just part of the movie because the movie
I went
is
to when I
ass.
when I started this movie, I didn't I had no idea what it was about. I don't even think I like listened or knew anything about this. I just knew it was M. Night Shyamalan, so I knew it was something horror. And I'm like watching it, I'm like, oh, are they getting older? Like over my head. Didn't even
Wow,
comprehend the
And
what's-
that's
title.
why the
What's the name of the movie
mom
called?
and the dad,
Old?
like it's
I
in
think
the
it's Old,
script
Mike.
though. They're gonna act confused. Your kid just turned 10 years old in your face in a matter of seconds.
And Mike, I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure when I explain the movie to
Super
Andrew, I
loose.
go, they go on a beach and they get older.
I'm pretty
That's
sure
literally
I
the
just didn't really listen.
He just missed the name of the movie and what I told him. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say the movie's ass. It's not ass, but
Mhm.
compared to, I do think it's slightly better than Knock at the Cabin. I think Knock at the Cabin was so forgettable. I mean, I already forgot about it. We just saw it last week.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, but I
How
feel like this
shitty? Go ahead.
sorry. I was gonna say I feel like this movie has like kind of a I mean it's a horror movie, but you could toss it up and say that it has like a deeper meaning too. Like
Oh, it definitely
your
does.
time
And that's
your
why,
time here is
yeah.
pretty valuable.
That's what,
Mm-hmm.
if it was a horror movie, like it would not be that good. But that twist at the end where you can play both sides, you know, like dissect where they could do right and where they could do even more wrong.
Yeah.
But I think the absolute one thing I hate about this fucking movie is
mom in
mid-size
the
sedan.
cave.
No, mid-size
Oh.
sedan. That's the dumbest name ever. Like I understand they're like trying to be he's like he was a rapper or artist or whatever, but like that's just the dumbest
Oh.
name ever, bro. Like, oh my god. He's
So
like,
what
"What's your
about
name?"
Baby
What-
Tron?
Mid-size sedan. It's not mid-size sedan.
It's not mid-sized.
What pissed me off about him was he actually wasn't like awful. I don't think his character was awful by any means, but the fact that Maddox ended up having like a connection with him at the end after like fanboying over him at the beginning, like that's so fucking weird. She's literally
Well, but the fact
Oh,
is, his
young.
writing, his character, like the dialogue for his character, the script was awful. He's like, I don't know, man. I ain't telling you
Yeah,
anything.
that
like,
was
what,
actually-
what do you mean? Like, he's just standing there and his girlfriend or whatever just died. And she drowned and he was just sitting there until like, I don't know. The beginning is super choppy.
Well, then like the storyline between the main two parents too, where like she was
They were getting
Like,
a divorce.
yeah,
There's-
and then
there's
she
a good-
there was
there's a
someone
good
else
twist with
and
that,
like
though.
I don't know.
I like that twist.
I don't know.
I do like the part when they
honestly, the
start
more I'm
getting
talking about
older.
it, maybe I did like Knock at the Cabin more. I'm staying on my score. Fuck. I don't know, dude. This movie sucks.
Yeah,
And
honestly,
It's
I'm
really
not gonna
not that
lie.
good.
You
No.
hate getting old. That's why.
No, because
yeah,
Like,
I
don't
do
wanna
think the
be
story.
24.
Well, after I watched it the first time, I actually did think about the movie for a while afterwards. But it's like it shouldn't be good. Does that make sense? Like
But
the
it's not. It's the
story,
story is good.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
the
even the
story's good.
story isn't. No, it's really like the ending is pretty good. But like,
Even like them going to a beach and having no
yeah, but
idea, and
like
they just
if
get
it wasn't
old.
for
Like,
this
that's
if it
terrifying.
wasn't for this podcast, I don't think I'd ever rewatch it. Would you guys ever rewatch this?
I'm telling you right
Oh.
now, I'm probably never gonna rewatch that movie.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna
I
rewatch
enjoyed
it,
it.
but I
Would you
enjoyed
recommend someone watch
watching
it?
it.
Hell
Yes.
Yeah, I would say watch it, but I wouldn't say like, hey, watch it a couple times. Probably
Okay.
go watch another better movie.
It was the same
compared to
thing.
this.
Emma just asked me yesterday, like, hey, should I watch? She was in Kalamazoo. She was like, should I watch The Menu? Like, is it good? And
That's better than this.
I was like, it's okay, but yes,
What?
it's worth. Yeah, I thought it.
Wait,
well,
you like
I was-
old more than that?
No, I think I might like that a little bit better, but not
Okay,
by that
because
much.
you said that's okay, but you said old you'd recommend to someone.
You know what's
Yeah,
funny?
let me finish. I
You said
recommended
it's
the
okay. I don't know.
I would recommend The Menu to watch once. Then I would
Okay.
never rewatch it.
Josh
Okay.
is saying that Knock at the
So,
Cabin
but
is
you
better
would
than this
rewatch
movie,
old,
man.
no?
No, I'd never rewatch Old
That's-
either. Same thing.
Okay.
Good
Okay.
good one-time watch.
Oh, okay.
Listen,
So you're saying the same thing. Okay. I thought you were
Yeah.
trying to compare the two.
Aiden,
Oh,
any
no.
fucking
I'm
any
saying they're
movie
both a
with
good
I
Dave
thought you were-
Bautista as a fucking teacher, guidance counselor, you lost me already. So
Fucking gym teacher, whatever the fuck he is. Oh, I can't believe that's a big take though. Josh saying that.
That
Knock
is
at
a
the
big take,
Cabin.
Josh.
Okay, I
a
don't
shit
know
ton
if
of people
it's
haven't
true.
even seen Knock at the Cabin because it's ass. Let alone
I didn't really like that.
that's probably my least favorite M. Night Shyamalan movie of all time.
Honestly, dude, I think these last two are just some of his worst. Bro, there's so
I
much
don't
good
know.
shit
I
he's
like
done.
Old. I think that it was. I'm surprised
You
it
think
was.
it's a top 5 movie
I-
from him?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, you're saying it like it was.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying it's a good movie. I'm not sitting here bashing it just because it came out in 2021. And
Well, I'm not bashing because of that. I mean, The Happening's really bad. You've seen that, right?
That's a great movie.
Bro, that's his worst one.
No, you probably
17% critic, 24% audience.
you know, Andrew,
I
when
enjoyed it.
when you said The Menu, I
Mhm.
honestly kind of compare this movie a little bit to The Menu. I feel like I think that's a better comparison than Knock at the Cabin. just
because there's like a
because-
bigger thing.
Stranded
behind
on
it.
an island.
Yeah, just like the idea of like an outlandish concept like that. You know,
Another
something that makes you
island movie.
think, but
He
like
didn't
it's
direct the
simply-
Menu.
I know.
I know
didn't.
he's just saying.
I'm just letting you know.
Oh, thanks, fucking. What are you, the fucking
Oh, I mean, just the
correction
way it
piece
came
on
off your
this
mouth. I'm
podcast?
saying that either way,
Um,
I like that he played a big role in this movie though, because like he just does little cameos, but you see him as the bus driver taking them to the beach. You don't think that he's gonna pop up again?
This is the first and only movie he plays the protagonist in his own movie.
Oh, it's good.
it's kind of cool.
But I mean,
That's a
there's
little- that's
many
a little
of-
conceited, honestly, man.
A little bit.
It's not a little; it's a lot. But
No, it is.
One thing that I did think was bad in this movie, I think is the character's name Crystal, the blonde-haired lady in the cave.
Yeah, dude,
so
that part, talk about a
fucking
horror scene. That was fucking
Yeah,
scary.
see, but that's why I'm surprised that it's PG-13. This movie could have been a lot darker.
So
Right.
what was
I thought it was
her
dark in that-
disease? What did she have that caused her to?
She was
lack of
she
she
had,
she had weak bones. She
no,
had,
no, there's a term for it.
I know, yeah, I'm saying, but like she
She
needed.
was-
You know
like,
when people have to wear those braces? Oh,
Oh.
man, damn it! We're gonna get
It's
ripped
not
apart for
not
this.
brittle.
Yeah,
No, it's not brittle.
we're gonna get shredded.
I'm gonna look it up. I know it
I don't
is
know,
a
man.
word.
osteoporosis.
Stop.
Oh,
Something with
let's,
an S.
let's,
Something with an
let's-
S.
No,
let's-
she had
that's-
ligma.
Oh, ligma. What's that?
I don't know. Look it up.
Okay, I'm gonna
Oh
look that
my
up.
god!
Oh,
But
shit,
someone's
Sugma.
gonna actually have this, and they're gonna fucking roast you for taking this
know.
as a joke.
Yeah,
Aiden.
we'll cut this.
I'm not. You don't have to cut it.
Ah, bro, you're gonna get cut yourself.
I was
There's no need to even
surprised-
cut
Oh.
this.
I don't give a fuck. You
Wait,
can
no,
cut
that can't be it.
Honestly, no,
It wasn't like that
Um,
until Mike made it like that. Just
no,
so
no,
you
no.
guys know.
Whatever.
Just so the viewers know.
the
Osteoporosis.
wife. That's
I don't
what
know,
I
I thought it
just.
was something else.
Osteoporosis.
That's what I just fucking
What's that?
said, dude.
No, you didn't, man.
I know.
You
I thought it was
damn-
something else, Mike. I thought it was something else.
All right, Dr. Fauci.
Did I not? Did I not?
All right,
say
Dr. Phil. All right, what were you saying, Dr. Phil?
Fuck,
All right,
man.
Dr.
God
Raj.
damn, man. Yeah, man. Fuck.
Almost like
Motherfucker
I
was
know
like,
this
what
shit.
about Doctor Strange?
That's a heck of an episode here.
Bro, if I could, I'm one of these days I'm gonna beat the living fuck out of Aiden. I swear to God.
You have to go through me.
Stopping you from getting in your car right now.
Priska,
Yes.
the wife, her character
Yes.
and just her acting, honestly, really pissed me fucking off.
Yeah, I didn't really
Whose
like
acting
her.
did we like?
I like
M. Nights? Did we like
I
M.
like
Nights?
the young son. He was good. And
I
Matt
didn't,
was
I didn't
good.
like Alex Wolf's acting at all, to be honest with you.
He's
I get,
supposed to
You
be a
didn't like the
kid.
crying when the son died?
Yeah, I get the whole basis behind it, but it just wasn't good.
But you do got to take into consideration he's mentally 6 years old.
How could he have an
That
attachment
shouldn't
to
defend
the
his
kid?
acting skills.
He didn't even. I don't even think they had sex. I think she just.
Yeah, they wouldn't even talk about the worst part of this fucking
They
movie.
did have sex, dude.
They
I
had
don't
to
know,
have had
bro. There's
sex.
some
They
crazy
had-
shit
said
going on.
they said they
They
played
had
around.
sex in the tent. Yeah, they played
They
around.
had sex in the tent, bro.
You think it just grew in her?
That's what I thought. I thought that it like.
He's seen the movie twice.
Oh, when I watched it the first time, I'm like,
Hey,
man, what if it's
hey.
like some alien kid?
Shut up, Aiden. Shut up. Aiden doesn't know how babies get made because he's never done it before. So
Oh, you
that's
get- I thought this movie
that's
was gonna
why he
teach
thought
me.
it was just.
No, you idiot! I said the first time I
He
thought it was
thought
gonna
the
be.
stork was gonna bring it on the beach.
I thought it was gonna be like some alien shit that just grew inside of her,
Oh.
and just like you know how the
You've
tumor got
seen
big
this
as hell?
twice. That's
I
not
said the
acceptable.
first time. First
Oh,
time.
okay.
Oh, so what happened the second time?
Nothing.
Oh, so okay, so the
Eating
second
pasta
time you
salad and they played around in the tent.
you're like, it must have been the pasta sale that got her pregnant.
Yeah. No,
So
the
that
tumor
was
part,
really-
the tumor part's disgusting as well.
Well, so I saw a thing that apparently the baby didn't die from lack of attention; it died from dehydration.
Yeah,
Oh,
they said.
Well,
that.
they said in the movie is lack of attention.
I don't.
No, they
think
gave
think
they
that's
they
real.
gave a little bit more of like a scientific term for it. I think.
I don't know. That's what the nurse guy said.
I think he was just like.
Because and then I
Rubbing
read it on
something out
IMDb. That,
Aiden's
I
like,
don't know.
oh, that's how babies are made.
Pasta salad.
What movie? What other movie
Well,
is
you better
like
be
that?
celibate. It should be illegal for you to reproduce.
Oh, bench warmers, bench warmers.
Yeah,
Let's
bench
talk about
Go to
pasta
the
salad.
macaroni.
Yeah, for steroids.
Did the
He's a
food
mother-
have
he's
anything
a
to
mother-
do with anything on the
No,
island?
The food.
Huh?
No.
Aiden's the
They,
Food had
I thought
no-
they were gonna do
Yeah, it
something
did.
about
with the bowl
being-
cut and it's blonde.
What was
Oh, yeah.
what was it, Josh?
What the point of all that food?
Just
Yeah.
because they knew that they're
No, it's the
would
kids
die
are
off.
growing, so they need the mass for the food.
Oh, okay, that makes.
They say
oh,
that
yeah,
in
They
the
need
movie.
the
They
food
do-
for the
yeah,
mass.
they do mention it.
Well, yeah, the kids are growing and becoming adults, where the adults are already kind of the same size, so they didn't need to eat that much.
No, they explained it because they said that the fingernails and stuff don't grow because they're already dead.
They're dead cells.
Skin cells.
Well, Guy
Either way.
even said that like when M. Night Shyamalan, his character gave him the whole
Those
Yeah,
skull
he
bones,
does.
He's like, you know,
Kids
this
get
is
hungry.
pretty overzealous for just a couple hours on the beach. I think is what he said.
Hmm.
It was
Honestly, I don't
foreshadowing.
know. Yeah, foreshadowing.
That
I wish
is-
they would have
and
foreshadowed that this movie really wasn't that good, to be honest with you.
Nah.
but-
They
I enjoyed the
foreshadowed
movie,
the
so-
drinks too. When they give them, they
Yeah,
say,
I
"Oh, we
mean,
made these."
But when
specifically
you
for
take it
you."
in, when you look at it for the first time, you're watching it. You have no idea what happens, and they go to a nice resort, and then
Yeah, you
eventually
just
while
think
they're on
it's
the
part
beach,
of
they're
the
like, "Wait, how did you hear about this?" And then they're like, "So and so, go by scene by scene." But I liked the little Idlib character. He plays good, like just going because
Oh, the
he sees
racist
all these
doctor?
people. Idlib's a little kid that gives him the cipher.
I know. What do you think of the racist doctor?
Oh, I mean,
He was racist.
Racist, and he's a doctor.
He looked like you said
And
he's your
he
favorite
was-
character.
He was severely bipolar.
But they
bipolar
remember
one.
at the end they make a note like quit putting the mentally ill with
Yeah.
the sick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he literally almost killed like 2 of them.
Yeah, he did. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
No,
You
I
know what?
liked Idlib's character. I like the little cipher. I like how it all ties in at the end. And I mean, you got to think. I don't think that maybe they don't really show his uncle. It can't be the guy that like the hotel manager.
That
I don't
is,
think
yeah.
that's his uncle.
That is his uncle.
It is his uncle.
Is it?
You've watched this movie 2 fucking times. You don't
Yeah,
think that
man.
up?
They say it like 3 times in the movie.
God, man.
right at the beginning.
That means you missed it 6 times.
You do not say it's here's my uncle, you idiot. They never mention that.
Dude,
Go watch it again a second
that's why
time.
he goes
Now
and talks
once.
to him in particular at the very end.
Doesn't matter. That could just be a little kid that works
It's
there.
not.
His
He lives
uncle
there.
works there, and he obviously stays there. It's like Mr.
Yes.
Mosby. That could just be the
Yes.
hotel manager.
Yeah, bro.
Doesn't
He
mean
is the
that
hotel
he's related
manager.
to
Uncle
him.
Mosby is his uncle.
All the people that you see in the hotel are within the operation of the whole pharmaceutical. Like, do you see them all?
Yo,
meet
that's
at
what
that?
the hotel is.
Exactly.
I'm saying the little kid, they don't make it a fact that that's his uncle.
100% they do.
The Emil Blonsky looking motherfucker, man.
So
They do, 100%.
there's a random
Yeah,
stranger just pulling the
They-
little
they
kid by
confirmed
his
it.
arm.
Yeah,
and
he
yelling
literally
at him.
says my uncle is the hotel manager. I'm almost
Yes.
positive.
Yep. Yeah. he
Like
says it's
first-
to Trent. He says
first-
it's to
I
Trent on the
swear to
beach.
God, he says my
First,
uncle
like,
works in the
Aiden, it-
hotel.
All right, this is
First,
a
like,
TikTok. This is a
first,
TikTok
like,
right
10
here.
minutes.
All right,
I've
and
seen
then
it
I will
twice.
put in the
You're
clip.
gonna-
I will then
you're
put
gonna
in the
mention
clip
it. I
where he
can
says
and I've seen
that's
it
my
twice,
uncle.
and you're
Put
gonna
the
say that
clip in.
you've seen it once. It's not even a good
I've seen it
movie.
twice, and I've seen it once on a plane, and I even know that is his uncle.
If
No,
if
you
you are
don't.
listening, this is more hostile. Than
So
our
how does Mike and
episodes
Andrew?
regularly
How does
are.
Mike and Andrew who just
Because
watched
they
the
don't
movie
know.
for the first time
They're
now?
just agreeing.
No, because I
Agree
can't
to what?
No,
I
I
didn't even
just
say it
fucking
first.
watched it.
I didn't even
Aiden,
say it
I'm
first.
gonna rewind it. I'm gonna go watch it.
Watch
I don't
for the
even-
third
Put the clip
time.
in.
Maybe
Listen,
you'll catch it.
I will.
I don't
No,
have
I'm
a
literally
fucking
gonna go right to
peanut
that part.
brain. I don't have a peanut brain. I can understand that
No,
someone
you're an
grabbing
idiot.
a little kid by his arm.
That
and yelling
doesn't
at him
mean.
like
But
that.
I'm saying they
Like,
don't say.
what
hey,
about when
hey,
they
uncle,
refer to him
He
as an
doesn't
uncle?
say
doesn't
that
matter.
he's
You can
uncle.
pull. He didn't yank him. He just pulled him away. Hey, don't talk to these guys.
So a random
Simple as that.
stranger's just gonna do that?
It's not a stranger. He obviously is at the hotel, and his uncle works for that guy. He's the main guy. You think that he wants his little, what is it, nephew, whatever, walking around there? He would say, "Get the hell out of here." He said, "My uncle works at the
Shut up,
hotel." He didn't say,
bro.
"My uncle's the main hotel manager, and he's putting all this on."
We gotta
Dude,
stop
you-
getting high before these.
It could be
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan could be his uncle. You ever think of that?
Dude, oh my
His
God.
character.
Why?
could be
Because they
that.
look alike. You
That's just
racist fuck?
High
racist,
on
man.
life.
That's just
No,
racist.
it doesn't
God,
matter.
now I'm gonna have
You're
to cut
making it.
that.
No, you guys are idiots, though. Just because you.
We're idiots.
Yes, they don't.
He
I'm
literally
sorry.
call him his
Just,
uncle.
just because you
I'm
talk
saying
with a
so.
deep voice and try to sound
They do
smart doesn't mean
not
you're actually
say.
smart.
They do
Aiden.
not say.
It doesn't mean you're
this
actually
is my
smart.
uncle. That's all I'm
Dude,
saying.
I'm putting it in the clip already. You lost.
That exactly what I said. I still stand on my point.
All right.
He
we'll
does not
see.
say this is my uncle and that's his uncle.
It's his uncle. They
Aiden,
refer to
No,
him
it's
as his
not.
uncle.
You know what
They
you
do.
should
Alright,
do?
whatever,
You should,
they don't
you should
say
go
that
call,
this is my uncle.
Aiden, you should go call M. Night Shyamalan and make the new movie
Oh,
new.
see, that's fucked up.
You should make the movie
This guy's
new.
racist, dude. Why you butchering names?
Oh. So Andrew, what was your
White
favorite part?
privilege is showing, Mike.
Let's talk about the ending. Let's stop
yeah.
dancing around it, huh?
I mean, we already told
covered
talk.
that, man.
Yeah,
We
we
already talked
covered
about
the
that.
Well,
ending.
I mean
movie.
when they escape. What did
Well,
you
I
think?
mean,
Can we talk about the fact that they try to swim against the current like that? and
You
they thought
mentioned the
they'd
part where
actually
they-
survive?
Yeah. Andrew, you mentioned the part where they knocked the drink down, but that was it. So, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure. I'll talk about it. I just
ahead.
watched it, like I said. So, again, if you're a listener,
And
sorry,
it
we're
is
not
his
normally
uncle,
this-
right?
We're
You
not
can
normally
confirm
this
that?
hostile. Oh yeah, his uncle. That is his
Okay,
uncle.
We'll see the TikTok clip. Go ahead.
I really like
Please,
the
I
ending.
want a
was
recording of the actual.
You will see
scene.
it on Instagram,
Oh, I'm
TikTok,
waiting
everything.
for it.
If you're listening right now, go check those out.
Yeah, and you're gonna watch it for a third time, Josh. You're gonna be like, "Oh
Yeah.
shit!"
Oh, I'm gonna watch
wow,
it on
he was
repeat.
right.
I'm gonna watch that shit on repeat.
Should be.
Oh goodness, this had a really good ending. The ending ties the whole damn movie together. The ending actually kind of makes this movie somewhat interesting because the
It
first
saves
like,
the
hour-
movie.
Yeah, the first it's an hour and 48 minutes, and honestly, like the first hour and 35 minutes are like, oh, this is a cool concept, but this is kind of a mid movie. And then you get to the end, and I'm thinking like, oh damn, make a sequel. At the end there, I'm like, I want to see a sequel of this, because it is something that like I think Aiden said at the beginning, he was like, you could kind of take either side. You could say, oh, they're doing something good for the greater good, but also like they're basically just sacrificing people, and that's pretty horrible. But I
Aiden,
liked it.
talk about a sequel. You can make a prequel. New. You and M. Night Shyamalan.
Oh, I
Damn.
mean, it would be cool to have a sequel, but they can't. The
You
operation.
want to
Pre-
know why?
You know
You
what would
would
be
see
cool
it?
actually?
Prequel would be good.
Yeah, let me get a prequel with the first because they were on the
73.
73rd group of people. I want to see the first group of people on there.
Is
and they're
that
like,
not what I just fucking said? A prequel.
You
Yeah.
said I
Andrew,
was
that's a
gonna
good
be
ass idea,
I'm not
actually.
an actor.
Oh my god, man! This usually is
Yeah,
not
but-
a hostile
But then the other
podcast,
thing
but
is
I'm
that
making it a hostile podcast.
Mike,
now
I
going
was
forward.
just
I'm coming in, but nothing.
elaborating.
I am coming on these episodes with nothing
You're
but
what?
anger and pure rage towards you guys from here on out.
You need a hobby, man.
Yeah.
You need a life, dude. You need a fucking brain.
You need a fucking life.
We're gonna have to cut the whole episode.
No.
This dude is mad, man.
No, bro.
This is
It's
what
it's
old does to you.
No.
This is what old does to you.
Yeah,
just
man,
the
he's getting
fact-
old. You're turning
it's
gray,
just- no, but
buddy.
it's-
Thank God Brian's not
Look
here.
like you got gray hair.
It is just
Brian's
the
literally
fact
playing
that
video
Aiden-
games right now. On Discord.
Aiden tries to
He's
sound
young at
so
heart.
sophisticated
How?
and
how,
so
dude?
smart when he's just the complete.
I literally
furthest
said
thing from
absolutely
it.
nothing
Mike.
smart. The only thing that I said is something that you could read one book your life and you gain a vocabulary. I don't say anything sophisticated. That's literally the only word that you say to sound sophisticated. Is saying.
Well, you see here, I don't say anything that is thou sophisticated. That's where you're fucking. Shut the fuck up, Aiden. That's what
Sounded
you
very
sound
smart
like,
there,
man.
Mike.
God, dude.
All right, well, God, old is the best. All right, you
trend,
guys,
man.
let's do the
trend.
trivia. Let's do the trivia. All right.
Wait. Before that.
What?
Let's have a 20-minute episode because
No. Let me.
What?
Aiden's just tilted that we called him out for being a virgin on this podcast.
It won't let me. It won't let me share my screen of HBO.
What other podcasts do we not?
I have the clip of him saying my uncle's the hotel
Okay,
manager.
actually, I'll put
Yeah.
it in there. I'll look it up on YouTube because it'll be on YouTube.
It
You
won't
have
let me
it?
share screen.
Yeah,
Yeah, it won't let me
Please
share.
send it
It's
to
in
me
the
right
movie,
now.
Aiden. How do you watch it twice and not catch it
Please send it
once?
to me.
All right.
I'm on HBO.
He
I-
sounds like a lawyer that's about to get roasted. in
Aiden,
court.
it is
It's on
3
there.
minutes
Roasted in
and
court, you
30
fucking
seconds
idiot.
in exactly.
3 minutes and 20 seconds.
It's the
3
first
minutes
5
in the
minutes.
movie.
Wow. Jeez.
Let's watch it.
I won't let me share my screen. It
Oh,
says
man.
it's
Oh, it's alright. I'm doing it myself.
All
All
right,
right. You watch it while I read trivia.
Wow.
And then we want an apology after. The film is an adaptation of the 2010 graphic novel. When asked what inspired him to adapt the book to a film, M. Night Shyamalan explained the book gave him the opportunity to work through a lot of anxieties around death and aging. Things like my parents getting older. Aw.
That's actually some really good reasoning.
That's what
It
I
is
said.
good
I said this,
movie.
this movie's got some deeper meaning behind it.
Getting old is very scary. This was filmed in 2020 during the height of the global pandemic, coronavirus. We mentioned that.
Coronavirus.
Near the end of the film, the notebook that was found belonged to a science fiction writer. It contains a written possible theory of unnatural phenomenons and lists of previous victims' names. This is a direct reference to the graphic novel, wherein the main character writes the book. Pretty cool.
Okay.
The baby most likely did not die of lack of attention, but rather than dehydration. That's where I saw it.
That makes sense.
Yep. This is the first time M. Night Shyamalan has filmed entirely outside of the greater Philadelphia area. All his movies are in Philly. Although the two main characters say they're from Philly, the main family that we follow.
He likes his ties.
Yep, he likes his tie-ins. The song 11-year-old Maddox is singing along at the start of the movie was written by M. Night Shyamalan's daughter. That's pretty cool. And this film marks the first time the director, M. Night Shyamalan, has played a minor villain.
Fuck.
Did you hear that?
What's wrong, Aiden? You just perfectly
Yeah,
timed
what's
it.
wrong,
up?
Aiden?
I just finished trivia. What's up? Oh, look at that. Wow. And
I
I
captions.
can't see it. It's not gonna go.
This is my uncle.
My
That's all
uncle.
I need
Is
to
that what that
see.
says?
Alright.
My uncle.
All right.
Alright,
Sorry,
what?
I was busy.
Oh, twice?
Yeah,
All right.
that's what happens, man.
We got our sorry.
He's a busy guy. Okay.
I'm a busy guy.
Still TikTok though. Yeah, I don't know. Pretty interesting movie. I think it brings out the worst of us. Obviously, turning old and watching the movie old. They don't correlate. I don't know where.
That's why Aiden's
We're
old
getting old in
himself.
fucking
Yeah,
20
you know what, Aiden?
minutes. I'd be hurt.
He's about to be 25, man. That's why
Yeah,
he's getting mad at us.
Hey, you're the oldest. Why don't you give your rating first, your score?
Well, I'd give my rating.
And does the uncle thing bring the points up for you?
No, I
Now
wouldn't.
that you know they're related, I don't know. More depth,
Kind of stupid.
more depth to the movie. Oh, you
Seems
don't
like there's
agree? Maybe
less
bring
depth.
it down.
Seems like there's less depth if it is his uncle, because if it was a random guy tugging him
He
and
says
pulling
it at
him,
the
saying, "Hey,
end,
don't talk to
too.
these kids," it
Hey,
brings more depth to the movie.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by
You
that?
know what I mean?
Tugging him in what?
You're
Anyway.
sick, man. You're sick,
Alright.
Mike.
All
Sick in the
right.
head, buddy.
All right.
Either way, I feel confident giving this an 83 out of 100. Like I said, I mean, you can shit on this movie all you want, but I personally liked it. Like I said, it's got a good twist, and I mean, right when I got out of the theater of Knock at the Cabin, it made me think about this movie, thinking that the first time I watched it, I didn't enjoy it until the last 20, 30 minutes of it. And I think that twist does a lot for it. And that's what I was expecting in Knock at the Cabin, even though we're not reviewing that right now. But
We did though. Go listen to that.
Yep. But yeah, I mean, I enjoyed it. I think that it's good, and I like how you can take it multiple different ways at the end. You know, you can think that they're doing the right thing, but then you take into consideration that they don't make them like heroes, you know, like benefiting the world, even though they are creating medicine in such a short amount of time and testing new stuff, but they're literally wiping these people off the face of the earth. They're wiping their computers. They're literally making them look like they just disappeared. So I do like the ending where he gives the notebook that he found to the cop. I don't know if they mentioned what trial that book was from. It would have been pretty cool if it was like 50 or something like that, but it had to be mostly recent. But it looks like they do one every day, so you gotta think about that as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean that cop looked them up and they got him out of there. I think another great twist at the end was when they were looking at the beach from the helicopter. Like if some shit would have went down, because I remember they said that the compasses fuck up when you get to the area. So that would have been cool. Like if the
You know what,
helicopter
too?
went down and they actually didn't get saved.
I forgot to mention this. You know the 50-year-old Maddox and like the 50-year-old Trent.
Mhm.
So in the movie, she's like 5 years older than him. But I looked it up because the actress for the older Maddox looked a lot older than the Trent actor did.
Yeah.
So I was like, they got to be like around the same age. She's like 20 something years older than him. So I thought that was kind of neat. I don't know.
What do you
Really?
mean the final
Yeah, the
actors?
final forms of both of them, like the actress in real life is like 20 years older than what her brother's supposed to be. So I was like, damn, okay.
Yeah, well,
Because
I
he's really
mean,
like he was like born in the 80s.
yeah.
He was born in the 60s. So I don't know. I
Well,
thought
that
it was
one
kind of
girl
cool.
that plays like younger Maddox, not like the middle age, like teenage 20, before
Yeah.
she gets to her final version that we see. She
Yeah.
was in Jojo Rabbit and she
Yeah.
was in
She was really good in that.
Last Night
You
in
know, she was
Soho.
born in like 2000. We're older than her. Isn't that crazy?
I didn't look her up, but yeah,
That's crazy. Well,
I guess.
all right. I can go next. Yeah, I clearly I don't really think the acting's that good, and I do think the actors in this movie are really good. Like Aiden just said, the girl from Jojo Rabbit's really good. The guy who plays Guy is really good. He was really good in Werewolf by Night, I thought. So, and then even the Alex Wolff from Hereditary, like you can watch
Naked
Hereditary.
Brothers Band.
Yeah, Naked Brothers Band. Like he Naked Brothers Band. He's the main guy. He's a star. But yeah, no, in Hereditary, he's like really good. Clearly, he has like acting skills, and in this movie, Mike kind of said he's a little annoying. I
He's
don't know.
6.
No, I'm talking about the actor. Anyway,
6.
I don't know, dude. It's I don't blame I don't blame the actors. The actors are actually good. I blame the directing. I blame M. Night for this shit because
I guess.
all that ADR shit pissed me off. I understood the whole, recording underneath their faces and stuff to not reveal that the kids they've gotten older. I get that. I understand that part. But like when the acting's bad right off the gate, then it's probably the movie and the director's fault. Then it's supposed to be this way. I'm not giving that movie that credit. So it sucks because I want to rate it worse than Knock at the Cabin, but I think I do overall enjoy Old a little bit more because the ending, the twist, the story. The movie does have me thinking like about getting old and what if you were stuck on this island where like after a day you'd be 50 plus years older. So I do think it's interesting. So I'm gonna give it a 67. I gave Knock at the Cabin 64, so I'm gonna give it 3 more points. I don't think it's that much better. I think it's one of his worst movies, probably top 5 worst that he's done. So easily, actually. So.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna let Andrew finish this off, and I'm gonna go here really quick. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I think this deserves a whole letter grade above what I gave Knock at the Cabin. I gave Knock at the Cabin, I think, it's 66. So I'm gonna give this a 73 out of 100. We all summed it up here. I like the twist a lot. I like the idea of this movie. I just don't think it was executed that well, to be honest with you. I think, like you said, Josh, this is one of his worst films, to be honest with you. And the acting, we can go on and on about this stuff, but definitely not something I'm going to rewatch, but definitely worth a first watch for the first time, I think, for anybody out there that's contemplating it.
Good.
Gotcha. I will finish us off here. I'm going to go in between Mike and Aiden. I'll tell you right off the bat, I'm going with flat 75. I thought this movie was okay. It's better than Knock at the Cabin for sure. I'm not sure what I gave that movie. I was kind of
I
bored.
think we were on the
it.
60s, 50s, weren't we?
Yeah, I didn't give
think
that one.
I gave it a
rating.
50.
I
Something.
think you were 52 or something like that, actually.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
64.
Yeah.
I knew that.
It was
Because
good.
I had a good idea. I had a good idea where I wanted to put old when we watched Knock at the Cabin.
But
So
I feel comfortable with the 75. I would, if someone asked if they should watch this, like I said in the beginning, I would tell them yes, check it out. But you only need to watch it once, and you probably don't need to rewatch it. Josh said, he wouldn't rewatch this if it wasn't for the podcast. I'll be honest, I'll never rewatch this movie. But I like that it makes you think. But the acting, I'm leaning more Aiden's way. I'm writing it off as this is part of the plot. That the shitty acting is part of the plot. If I'm wrong,
See,
then yeah,
but
this probably deserves more like a 65.
I'm gonna add to
explain
that.
to me the first 5 minutes of acting then.
I don't remember it.
I'm gonna add though
'Cause
that
it's
you gotta
bad.
think like M. Night Shyamalan has such good movies under his belt. He's not gonna make this movie and have shitty acting like that, and it's not gonna be part of the movie.
Did you like Glass, Aiden?
Yes,
I like Glass.
but like he's an established director. He has all the medals,
Yeah,
all that.
I agree with
And you
Aiden.
think that he's gonna let some shitty actors go in there and make it not?
I know he won't
he
because I
wanted
know
his
the actors
vision?
aren't. I know the actors aren't shitty. I've seen them in things and they're really good in it.
But
So
that's the thing is
that's
that,
why I blame him.
But they're like 7 years old, 6 years
Well,
old. and they've
also
grown
remember-
50-year-old
They're not all
bodies.
6 years old. They're not all
He
6
is,
years
but
old.
he's
There's
the
two
main
of them.
one, and then the other.
I'm not even talking about Alex Wolff in general, though. I'm talking about
It's
like,
literally
all of them.
Aiden. It's literally just two people. We're not even
Like,
talking
the main
about
parents suck. Like they're bad. Like
The
they're
parents
not
are
good.
bad.
The parents.
Yet
are
the guy
pretty
who plays
bad.
Guy was really really fucking good in Werewolf by Night, wasn't he?
But you got to think that they didn't have they weren't the main characters.
They were
They
the main
were-
characters.
Not technically though. The kids.
Nah,
were.
the kids were.
The family was
kids
the
were.
main protagonist. We're following the four of them throughout the whole movie.
Yeah, but I guess,
But
but the mom
are.
and the dad are not the main characters.
Yeah, it really leans
because
into
they
the
die.
kids.
Not the
Exactly.
main, but like they are all four of them. You follow them throughout the whole movie. It's not like
Well,
we don't
yeah,
get enough
their
screen time
family's the
with the
last to
parents.
stand.
And there's so many times. There's so many times where the parents are like, "Go play, kids. Something bad's happening over here," and then we're stuck
Yeah.
with the parents.
But
Exactly.
then it goes right to it because it
I
affects
guarantee you
the
the
kids
parents
when
probably
they're
get
arguing.
as
Dude.
much screen time.
Alex Wolff was fucking gone for 40 minutes because he was
He's
having
fucking in a tent.
Yeah.
a goddamn baby.
The one thing that real quick, the one thing that I don't
ahead.
like is when characters would disappear for 20, 30 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Like
yeah.
especially when him
Well, that
and,
was part of the transition to get them.
Yeah, I
older.
guess it definitely does help them when they're off screen, but then they're like, I don't like the one lady, the hot girl, whatever. She goes in the cave and she just disappears.
Girl.
I don't know her
Crystal, I think
name,
was
bro.
her
I
They
don't
name
got
have
really
the
hot
list
in
of
the, in the cave. Yeah.
No, but she's supposed to be like the pretty girl, Crystal,
Mhm.
and then she just disappears. Then we see her get all twisted up, and then I don't know.
It was scary though. That part is
I was
scary.
confused
Oh, yeah,
that
that
was
shit
her
was
baby.
terrible.
That part was not
What'd you
scary.
say,
That
Mike?
was.
I was confused that was her baby.
Well, they don't, because that's his mom, and then that's his wife, because he's just a rich doctor. So
Yeah.
She's just gold digging.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she said that she loved someone before, but he was ugly, so she
Yeah. I
left
still
him.
want to know that Marlon Brando movie.
And I wish they would have made. I guess they yeah. He just keeps.
I looked it
mentioning-
up. It's a movie from 1975.
Yeah, but even Midsize Sedan, he's just a random ass character that they just put in there for no reason. Yeah,
You know
him
what?
and his
Size
girlfriend were sick.
sedan.
You know what did make sense to me though is at the beginning of the movie he's there and it's dark out, so he was there
Yeah.
way longer than
He was
them.
there for a whole day, and that's the thing is he didn't even
Yeah.
age.
Doesn't that not make
So-
sense? That's
but
another
yeah,
thing I
he-
blame M Night on,
he,
by the way.
he didn't age. But then
Yeah.
I wish they would. That's a fuck. I can't think of the word.
A plot hole?
Pothole?
Yeah, plot hole. Literally,
Yeah,
that
but-
he's just
no,
sitting
but
there.
he says
and-
he has a blood condition, so maybe they were testing that on
No,
him.
they're
Maybe
definitely
he-
testing him, but we're saying he didn't age, Andrew.
Yeah,
'cause
maybe
was
he
there
ages
because
at
everyone's there
from
for a
nighttime.
reason.
Maybe
He ages like what,
at a-
Wolverine?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh,
That's
they
not what
don't-
that does.
They say that he's got.
Hey,
some
that's
kind
the
of,
third Marvel
disease,
reference
but
by one of you guys. Fuck all
Hey,
of
I'll
you.
keep doing it, Mike.
we just bite your
I
want
tongue.
to
Someone's
add.
got to.
I want to add something. I really thought
ahead.
that maybe when they were talking about the coral, I thought maybe that would kind of de-age them. That was
Oh,
my
really?
thought process.
That'd
Yeah.
be pretty cool, but
That would kind of ruin the whole movie.
yeah, they'd be
to
like, "What
honest
the
with
fuck?
you.
This is magic."
Okay, well,
But then the
You know what
rocks
though?
are magic
You know what though?
too. So
You know what
I mean, it
another
wouldn't be
pothole
any
is? You
different.
know what another pothole is? When they get out of the coral, how the hell do they get all the way to the hotel? to the resort.
They're kids.
You see, M. Night have to
got
drive
a kid
like,
mindset.
huh?
They got kid mindsets.
They got kid. Exactly my point. How the hell did they get all the way back to a resort?
He's 6. They swam. They
Creative.
walked.
Yeah.
On a kid
They're
mentality,
grown-ass
they know where the
adults, so
resort
when
is.
people
They know where
like
the
look at
resort
them,
is
they're
in
like,
this
"Oh,
country,
like,
this
oh,
random
sorry, you
country.
need to get back." Yeah,
I don't think so.
they're not across the country.
No, I'm saying in a random country that they've never been to.
I've been
They
on that
somehow
island.
as
Not
6-year-olds.
that big.
They're on an island.
As a 6-year-old, you don't know what resort to go to and how
I've
to
been
get
there. It's not that big.
Have you, Andrew?
when you're
Yeah.
6.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where's it at, Andrew?
I can't tell you.
Okay.
Guatemala.
All right.
I had
It's
to
closed
sign
now.
an NDA.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's shut down.
When you, yeah.
But no, I mean,
I was 4 years old yesterday.
All right.
No,
So
so I
closing
had one more
thoughts. Go
thing.
ahead.
I had one more thing, but I forgot. So never mind.
Nope, it's closing time.
Closing.
Fucking-
Yeah, no, I
This
mean, I
was
do
our
like
most
it. It is.
hostile
It's an
episode ever.
original
It was.
original idea for a film, and that's what
Yeah.
makes it good.
100%.
It's Simon M. Night's idea, though. It's from a graphic
Oh.
novel.
Yeah. Well, he brings it to life. Yeah,
The
Oh.
book would have been.
Doesn't do a great job of it, but
Doesn't do a good
I
job.
think it's good. I enjoyed the movie, like I said, but
hey, hit him up for the prequel, new.
the other thing that
Aiden's gonna have to go down to Philly.
no, the one thing that I didn't like was when
Poor
they
Eagles.
show up. I guess from the first time I watched it, I always thought that Maddox was gonna die. You know, because obviously she's like sitting there, she's struggling, she's gonna drown. But then when they go, like you hear them talk, but they don't do like an actual camera angle to them until like a few minutes later after they like start naming shit off.
That's why they do that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you know who it is. Like it doesn't. It's
You
not
do.
a secret.
Yeah,
Exactly. It's not a secret.
Yeah.
But Aiden, it's like you're agreeing with me that M. Night fucked up a lot.
I mean, like I said, it's not.
It,
You wrote this at
It's not a
night.
top 5 movie. It's a good movie. I like the idea of the movie. Any director
Listen.
could have done it. It would have been great.
Okay. All right. Well,
I just
we'll
think it's
be
a good
back.
idea.
We'll be back Friday with Ant-Man, Quantumania.
Or-
You'll be here for that,
Oh.
Mike, right?
yeah.
All right. All right. Well,
See
I
you
think we should all say. Love you guys because Brian's not
No,
here.
no,
and we
no.
all fought.
Are we what I'm gonna end this episode on is
Go
that Aiden can't admit when he's fucking wrong.
I did admit when I was
He
wrong.
said sorry. He said sorry.
But
There's
he
gonna be a
has to beat
TikTok
around
on
the
it.
bush. You can't just take it on the
Well, I had to
fucking
get
chin like a
proven.
man.
I had to get proven wrong. and
But
I
that's
did.
that's the point. You don't even you don't have any faith in
I
anybody
take it like a
that's
man.
right. Like you just
Mike,
you can't
Mike, he
accept
said,
that
Because-
you're
he
not
said,
Mike,
Mike,
if you
he
have a
said a
point-
book.
If
he
you
said
have
that
an
a-
opinion on something, you stand with it.
Mike,
You
he
know,
said a
all
book-
right, all right,
You're
I guess
dying
you guys
on the
are
hill.
right.
You're dying
Yeah.
on the hill that it was not
dying
his
on the hill.
fault that this movie was ass.
Until I
Mike,
got
But you
proven
agreed
wrong.
with him 5-6 times throughout the whole episode that he fucked up.
Because that was before I knew.
Mike, Aiden said a book from that's based on the
Mike doesn't believe in
2001
the second
9/11
chance, all right,
attack.
guys.
It was written in the 90s. So
Yeah.
That's what you fucking sound like. You're saying nothing. You're saying words, but they don't mean anything.
I literally just said, if you have an opinion, you stand on
Mike,
it. Why would
he's
I?
aging. Give him a break.
Why would I say I was 100% committed to it because I believed that was true? Then I watched the clip. Then I said, "Oh, all right, sorry."
Your words mean nothing right now, Aiden. You're saying nothing.
Your words mean nothing.
You're not a man.
Yeah.
well,
I'll show you, man.
well, we'll see you guys Friday. Love you guys. You guys should say it back, just so people know
All
you're
right,
not
love you
mad at each
too.
other.
I'll see you at
Love you.
Christmas.
See you at Christmas. All
Love
right,
you
bye,
guys
guys.
too.
I'm retiring.
Bye.
Fuck you, Aiden. Fuck.
This is my final movie that I've ever recorded.